So in today's video, we're going to be creating a look using some makeup that I am totally obsessed with. It's kind of like a favorites video, but I'm going to be using everything in like a tutorial. And the catch is, and what is cool, it's a brand new product. I'm actually going to be using it on my eyes, my cheeks, my lips. It's on my nails. Like, it is such a cool product that can actually be used 9 different ways. Yeah, I know. I've also got some products here that I have discovered recently that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Just a really cool, fun bundle of makeup. And the look that I'm going to be sharing with you is a look that I always get compliments on. Like, always. So if you're interested in seeing that, then please stick around. Now, like I mentioned, a huge part of this look is centered around one product, and I'm so excited to finally be showing you guys this on camera. But I would like to introduce to you guys our brand new Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Color Frost pigments. I'm so excited. These are a really amazing multi-use product. They're so easy to use and they literally transform on the skin. So some quick info about them. There are 6 different shades, and I know you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? It looks like 6 jars of white powder, and that's what is so cool about these, because they're kind of like a magical product that looks completely different on the skin and transforms on the skin, and transforms even more when applied over a black base in comparison to what they look like in the jar. I am actually wearing one of the shades Gumdrop on my nails, so they change and shift colors underneath different lights, and as you move, it's really, really cool, but they are an iridescent version. So see how in the jar here, it looks white, like it literally looks like a white eyeshadow. But then in the cap, you can see it color shifting between red, gold, green, amber, like a host of different colors. And the other thing that's totally weird is on the side of the jar here, you can even see blue and pink as well. They are literally like, they're rainbow pigments. So the term color frost means that basically you use these to frost your makeup or frost your nails or frost your body, frost your hair, frost whatever you want to. And they've actually got really cool names inspired by like sugary things and treats and just everything sweet. So that's pretty much a rundown on the product. They are available to shop right now on our website, Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. And I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to jump into actually showing you. Let's create a look. Let's do it. Now, I am very quickly going to prep my skin before we jump into doing the eyes and getting into a cool eyeshadow look. Obviously, going to be using our matte base primer. If you expect anything else from me at this point, you're crazy. We launched this one, I think about a month and a half ago now. It is a mattifying primer that's also packed with hydrating skincare ingredients. It smooths pores, it minimizes texture, and it holds your makeup perfectly in place all day long. So just sort of pressing that into the skin, mattifying everything down. Now for foundation, and this is one that I only tested recently-ish, but oh my goodness, I am obsessed with this. You guys, the Clinique Even Better, the official name, the Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. Mind-boggling. I can't get over the fact that this is a serum foundation, because I'm sure you, like me, you think of a serum foundation and you're like, lightweight, low coverage, minimal, sheer, very glowy. This is like a full coverage, perfecting foundation. It makes the skin look absolutely Photoshop. It's just like beyond. I'm gonna blend this one into my skin. I did recently do like a full review demo wear test using this foundation. I will link it on the screen, but like, I'm obsessed with this. Like, and how did I take so long to try it is the real question. It's such a good foundation. And like, you use barely any of it. Look at the coverage it gives on the skin. And like, pores? No, I don't have them. They do not exist with this foundation. It's seriously like up there, probably one of my favorite foundations that I've discovered in 2022. So here is the foundation all blended out. Ooh, mwah, chef's kiss. It is just beautiful. So moving on to the eyes now, and I'm so excited to demo these pigments for you. So like I said, they do come in 6 different shades, and each shade switches between about 4 and 5 different colors, with additional colors being revealed when applied over a black base. They've all got really cute, like candy, sugar, sweet inspired names. Fairy Floss here is one. I'm going to be using Sugar Kiss today, and each of them look like this white powder in the jar, but then once they're on the skin, and certainly once they're over like a colored base, they magically transform. Now, I did mention earlier on in the video that there are about 9 different ways that you can use these pigments. So I'm just going to show you a couple of options on screen now to show you just how versatile they are and just how many different ways you actually can use them. So firstly, you can pat them over, you know, it might be concealer or it might be a light eyeshadow color. Very gently pat them over the eyes. It's going to give a really pretty natural shimmering effect on the eyes. You can pat pat them over the top of a darker base or a darker eyeshadow color. So a dark brown is one example, and it will really start to show up some of the amazing color shifting properties of these. Apply them over a black base and they completely transform, and they will reveal extra colors that you couldn't see already. You can use these applied as an eyeliner, so you can use them on their own, just on the skin as like an iridescent sort of pearlescent eyeliner look, or you can apply them over the top of a black eyeliner. Here is the same pigment. This one is called Ice Cream, used on both eyes as an eyeliner. They look like two different eyeliners. This is what I mean when I say the base really changes the look entirely. It's like it's a product that just, it keeps on changing no matter how many different ways you use it. You can apply them on the cheeks as a highlighter. They do have this really pretty frosted iridescent kind of a shift to them, so they work beautifully as highlighters. And also with that, you can mix them in with your daily moisturizers. You can use them on your décolletage, mix them into like a daily tanning cream to give the skin a really pretty shimmer. You can pat them over the lips. You might want to use them over a lip gloss for a really pretty shimmery natural kind of a look, or you can use them over the top of a nude lipstick. And just as an example of how much these change when applied over a black base, look at this clip of me applying Sugar Kiss over top of a black lipstick on my lips. Completely transforms the product. Like, it is seriously insane. You can dust them through the hair to give the hair a really pretty shimmer. You can mix them in with your primer to add luminance to the skin. And last but not least, you can use them on your nails. So I am wearing gumdrop on my nails here. I'll overlay some footage so that you can kind of see it better, but this again completely transforms. So it looks one way. This is just painted on my nails with nothing else applied. There is no nail polish underneath this. You can apply these over the top of a nail polish, but look at how much they change again when you put a flashlight on them. Such a cool, like, they just, I swear every time I use these pigments and every time I look at them, they always look different. It's crazy. So like I said, 6 different shades, and each of these transform and shift into different colors, and again, transform magically again over the top of a black. We've got meringue, we have got gumdrop, we have got marshmallow, ice cream, we've got fairy floss, and we've got sugar kiss. So they're all available on our website now, which is so exciting. And it's so much fun because obviously we already have a huge collection of chroma shift pigments. So pigments that shift and change and, you know, like magically transform underneath light and as you move. But it's so cool to now have like an iridescent version of them. Now for today's look, I'm going to be using Sugar Kiss. Sugar Kiss is this really pretty purpley pinky. It also shifts to gold and orange. Like it's so amazing how much it transforms. I'm going to be using this on my eyes, on my cheeks, and on my lips. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways to use this on the eyes so that you can see it on like a light base, and then you can also see it on a dark base so that you can see what I mean. First up, I'm going to start prepping my eyes with some eyeshadow, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Still obsessed with this. I mean, my version of this is so beat up. I'm just going to be using some of these browns sort of to warm up the crease and warm up the eye. And then I'll be using the black to create a really dark base. But let's jump into this. I'm going to go in with burnt orange first. And I'm just going to dust that through the crease on both eyes. I'm going to take this shade here, Rustic. And I'm just going to pat that very quickly onto the lid of this eye. You can also use these pigments like just on the skin. Like if you don't even want to apply any eyeshadow, you want to use the pigment straight up as an eyeshadow, works perfectly as well. So just taking the lid of the pigment, I'm going to pick a little of this up on my brush and I'm just going to press that all over this eye. Hopefully the camera shows this up because honestly, in person, it is the most beautifully like, oh, it just looks magical on the skin. So I've just packed that all over the eye and see how that's given a really pretty soft, ethereal, and it's color shifting. So as I move, right here, this side of my eye is pink, but then I can see orange, gold, green, purple. And then as I move more this way, all I can see is green. It might be a little bit tricky for you to see with the studio lights. Just see how that's like super pretty and soft. Like, you know, natural, glittery, sparkly, but without adding any texture and without like actual glitter particles. Gorgeous way to use these, and you can definitely use these in a really natural, neutral kind of a way like this. But let's apply a deep base, and then I'm going to show you the difference between 2 sides, and you're going to be like, whoa. Actually, before I do that, quickly just to show you, I've added a little bit of mixing medium look how much they change when you use a wet brush or a mixing medium. See how it's like, it looks like literal molten metal on my eye there. So reflective, and you can really start to see that color transferring and changing. Like you can very easily build these up into a foiled look. You can very easily build these up into like a really dramatic kind of effect. But here it is on my skin, you know, with a brown underneath it. It looks completely different again with a white underneath it, but let's show with a black. So going back in with the Sugar Kiss pigment, watch this. And I'll apply this over the black. Hello, prettiest thing you've ever seen. Pretty much just pressing that directly on the center of the lid. See how it transforms it into this like insane foiled, wild, like, I'm obsessed with these. How insane does that look? So, I mean, again, I really hope that it's showing up on camera. But as I'm moving, I can see it shifting from gold to orange to pink to purple and to green. Okay, I've just grabbed my phone quickly so that you can see this better because it's very hard with all of those studio lights. But see, as I'm moving now, you can see the color shift. It's so hard with those studio lights. Like, it's near on impossible. All right, both eyes done, looking gorge. I could stare at this eyeshadow all day, honestly, and every time I wear this, the compliments and people asking, what is that on your eyes? And you know what, funnily enough, most people ask me if it's Pat McGrath. It's not. It's a lot more affordable. So, moving on, and because I've got so much going on the lids, I'm going to keep the lower lash line very basic. I'm just going to work like a warm brown through there. And then I'm going to pop some mascara on and some lashes. So nothing really too exciting to see. But once we've done that, we'll move on. We'll move on to the rest of the face. And here are the eyes all done. Mascara, lashes, everything is on. I've used the Erin lash. I'll link them down below as well. I'm obsessed with how universal these are. Obviously, I'll be showing you all the other shades in other videos, how I use them, you know, more demos and stuff like that, but I wanted to use Sugar Kiss today because I just get so many compliments on this when I wear it. So, moving on to the skin, Pat McGrath concealer. Still obsessed with this. I've been obsessed with this concealer for, I mean, it's over 2 years now, isn't it? Like, it's a very long time. It's just super creamy. It's easy to blend. It gives lots of coverage. It basically does everything that I want a concealer to do. I'm just using a little underneath my eyes in a slightly lighter shade to add a bit of a highlight. And then the biggest shocker of today, I'm actually going to be cream contouring and using a cream blush. I pretty much exclusively never use cream products. I do have faves. You know, and have had faves over the year, but being an oily skin type, it's just not something that I normally gravitate towards. But I have a cream contour and blush duo that I am absolutely obsessed with, so I'm going to use them today. Just going to blend this concealer in first. All right, that is all blended in. Moving on to contouring, you guys, this Clinique Chubby, what is the official name? Clinique Chubby Stick. It is their sculpting contour. This stuff is amazing. All skin types for starters, but specifically oily skin types. This is one of those cream contours that doesn't feel heavy on the skin, that doesn't feel like sticky on the skin, that doesn't melt off during the day. It blends out to sort of like a powdery matte finish. It's just honestly like beautiful. I cannot fault this one at all. So I like to apply it directly to the skin, and then I will take a sponge. This is our Pro sponge. It just melts into the skin and gives the most beautiful airbrushed finish. I absolutely love it. And cream contouring products, they're not always easy. They're not always like a walk in the park, like, yeah, easy to blend out. This one actually is. I love it. And the blush that I'm talking about is the She Glam Color Bloom. I realize I'm a little late on the bandwagon with these. These have been going viral on TikTok for the longest time, but I only tested them out for the first time, I think, 2.5 weeks ago. A total game-changing product. They're so good. But I'm going to put one dot on either sides of my cheeks, and that's it, because I learnt the hard way. These are really pigmented. You literally do not need more than one dot. Oh, and also the shade that I love the most is Devoted. This one's like a pretty soft coral pink. Oh, I love how these look on the skin. They're just so natural. They blend so well. They last so beautifully all day. They don't lift your foundation when you blend them out. They're a winner. They're a total game changer, these ones. I'm obsessed. To set everything down, I'm going to be taking our pressed velvet finishing powder. But I'm just picking it up on the same sponge. I'm going to press that all over my makeup to lock everything in. Like, look at it instantly smoothing. Ooh! Okay, going back in with Sugar Kiss, that exact same pigment. I'm going to be using this one on my cheeks as a highlight. There's really nothing fancy with this. You just take a highlighting brush. This is our precision highlighting brush, and you dust it on the skin. Now, this is really cool because, again, very, very finely milled. It gives the skin like this beautiful glow, but without adding that chunky texture. The other cool thing is because it is a chroma shift and it does actually shift colors in the light, as you move and as you're going about your day and minding your own business and everything, this will change color. So you might walk from one room to another. It might look slightly pink in one room and then it'll look slightly gold in the next, just depending on the light and just depending on sort of like where you are. It's so, so super cool. So just dusting that on the skin. It gives the skin like this really pretty wet look. I do love the way that these wear as highlighters. I think also while we're at it, I'm going to take a tiny bit of the exact same pigment and just dust it on the inner corner as a little bit of a highlight as well. And then finally, to finish the look, I'm going to put some lipstick on. This is my favorite lipstick. I feel like, and has been my favorite lipstick for a very long time. It is the Clinique Even Better Pop lip color foundation. They do have a very long name. This is the shade Romanced, which is like this really pretty pinky nude. I'm going to put this all over my lips, but I'm then going to press a little of the pigment over the top and you'll be able to see the difference that it makes. It's so cool. Okay, lipstick's on. It's such a beautiful pink color. Oh, you can see my highlighter a little bit better now. Look how gorgeous and smooth on the skin it looks. So much pretty glitter going on, and it's all the same like product. Like, you'd never know. I kind of see my nails a little bit better too. This one's Gumdrop. This one shifts from like a green to a gold to a pink to a purple to a blue. Okay, so taking Sugar Kiss, all I'm gonna do is pick it up on my finger. I do like to sort of focus this right on the center of the lips because it kind of gives them like this 3D sort of effect. See that there? See how it's like highlighted the Cupid's bow? And again, hopefully the camera is actually picking this up, but it's so hard with all of the studio light. I can see it shifting between pink, gold, orange as I move. But here you go, guys. This is the finished look. It's kind of monochrome, but kind of not because I've applied the pigment over different bases and therefore it actually shows up differently on the skin depending on what it's applied on top of. I've been hiding these for so long. I've been posting like black and white swatches online for the longest time, but they're officially available right now on our website. You can purchase just one shade individually or you can get all 6 colors as a bundle. Totally up to you, but very, very multi-use, it's just like however you want to use it, you can use this product kind of a thing. Like the ways are endless. But please let me know as always if you've got any questions about this look or any product that I have used, and let me know what you think of the final look. But I love you guys heaps. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. Can't wait to hear what you think of the new pigments, and I will catch you guys in my next video.